Am I the butthole for throwing my sister-in-law infertility in her and her husband's face? I'm going to be real with guys on my second bottle of wine, so please excuse any grammar or spelling mistakes. My 26 female sister-in-law, 30 female, is infertile. It's literally her whole personality, and she, in my opinion, uses to control us. I'll give you guys some context. She cried loudly all day at my wedding because we'd be having kids soon. She literally made sure she got more attention than I did. Threw a full-on tantrum the whole way through my entire brother-in-law's wedding events because she wanted his bride to disinvite her pregnant twin sister. None of us are allowed make pregnancy, birth announcements, and no newborn or pregnancy pics till she feels ready. No babies or pregnant women are allowed at family events or at my in-laws, or no mention of said baby/pregnancy. Apparently, you can't have PPD because people can't have kids. Honestly, I effing can't take it anymore. I had to hide my pregnancy last year and tiptoe around her feelings. When I finally gave birth via emergency C-section, I was in hospital for a week, and that week my father, who lives in a different country, died of a heart attack. Over restrictions, I wasn't allowed visitors, but my sister-in-law and brother-in-law made sure to scream down the phone because my sister posted a picture of my dad's last pic, which was him FaceTiming my son. We cut contact till December. Everything was okay till today. I went live on Facebook because my daughter, 4, was teaching my son to say mama, and he finally said mama but kept giving my husband dirty looks when he'd ask him to say dad. I realized the minute the nasty comments, phone calls and texts started coming that I made a mistake, but at this stage we just blocked them. My sister-in-law, her husband, and brother-in-law showed up at my house screaming about how insensitive I'm, that I knew it would trigger her, etc. I was trying to calm everyone down till her husband called my kids crotch goblins. So I looked her straight in the eye and told her I don't give a flying F. She's infertile, that's her problem, not mine. Then I told her husband he probably can't have kids because he's a little bitch that can't afford IVF. I slammed the door in their face. Then my shocked husband told me he'd put the kids to bed and drink some wine. I've gotten so many messages from my sister-in-law's friends and cousins. I'm starting to think I went a bit far. Update: a few things have happened in the last few hours. My sis-in-law and brother-in-law showed up at 5 a.m. screaming and banging on my windows. They did some damage to my car and broke 2 windows trying to get in, along with destroying my daughter's swing set. We called the police. They both got arrested. We have cameras. My brother-in-law, his wife, and strangely father-in-law want us to press charges. And we plan to. We also plan on cutting contact, getting a restraining order. We are currently at my brother-in-law's on the advice of father-in-law. Documented any calls or messages I've gotten from her friends/in-laws. She will be completely cut off, so will brother-in-law, so we can enjoy our kids growing up. Thanks everyone. I've a killer hangover, so I'm going to get some sleep. Edit 2. A lot of have asked for the gender reveal story, so hear it. My brother-in-law's wife Rose decided to have a secret gender reveal with just close family and friends so sister-in-law wouldn't find out. The party was beautiful, but about 20 minutes after they popped the gender reveal balloons, sister-in-law comes screaming into her house like a banshee. Thinks someone posted the reveal on Facebook, screaming at Rose, her husband doing the same to brother-in-law, so Rose started screaming back. Sister-in-law attacked Rose and her husband, knocked 2 tables over, one of which had the beautiful cake. Long story short, Rose's sister gave sister-in-law her just dessert sin, and then sister-in-law's husband got a fist full of cake. To make it worse, sister-in-law called the police trying to get Rose and brother-in-law arrested for getting multiple people were there recording her. Brother-in-law tried to get involved, but Rose told her, F off. I really want to say everyone sucks here because your comment was cruel, but after everything you've been put through for years, they had it coming. I'm infertile. I would love to be able to have children, but I've never tried to control what the rest of the family does, so they have to cater to me. Not the butthole. Beautifully said. I agree. The sister-in-law's reaction is pathological at this point. I hope you get to grow your family in whatever way works best for your heart. Imagine thinking yourself so important that you demand a ban on the natural cycle of life. And a ban on happiness, it would seem, or celebrations that involve that natural cycle. Honestly, the sister-in-law's behavior has been so outrageous, I'm surprised it took original poster this long to blow up. Sister-in-law turned it all to gatekeeping family events and social media posts, and you're right, not even happiness is allowed now. How about she just unfollows original poster on social media? Oh wait, that's what any normal person would do. My bad. Yes, sister-in-law and brother-in-law just show up announced to yell at original poster for a Facebook post. That's not normal. Original poster absolutely needs to go no contact ASAP. That's concerning behavior, and original poster has to protect herself, her husband, and her kids. The fact that brother-in-law goes along with it, and won't allow her own grandchildren to come to her home or any family event because sister-in-law can't have kids is freaking ludicrous. Not only goes along with it but also seems to encourage it. I would bet sister-in-law is the golden child. That's not NC, that's restraining order. I don't get how no one told sister-in-law she needs therapy. Badly. Tiptoeing and doing what she wants seems like an impossible task. Would it be too crazy to say that for me having such sister-in-law/brother-in-law, is a deal breaker? I mean, if I personally knew this and witnessed it from the start of the relationship, then I would have bowed out, got my shoes, and run the hell out. To me, you choose who you surround yourself with, even with family. I don't like drama, especially in families, which is why I have not spoken to one brother for over 10 years. Anyway, I would suggest going NC with them and let them pound sand. I don't think that's crazy at all, since I am the same way. I cut off half of my drama-filled family at 15 when I realized I could just not go to family events or answer any of their calls. I love my husband to death, but if he had a sister like this or a mother like the ones I read about in r/just normal, I would have ran away as fast and far as possible. And original poster is definitely not the butthole. Reddit link. A ban on grief, too, apparently. I'm so sorry about your dad, original poster, and that you were made to feel bad about posting that last sweet and touching picture of him. Oh, man. I missed that too. It wasn't just a rando pic of the kid, it was a pic of the kid the last time he saw his Gampy. Original poster, never the not the butthole. So ridiculous, wasn't it, to make a thing out of posting a picture that would be so comforting to the rest of the family. I can't imagine having to deal with that kind of drama after a loss like that. I mean, the whole post is infuriating. I had to reread a couple times to understand this was a grown adult woman, not a kid. Either way, unless I'm pointedly rubbing my pregnancy/child/happiness in someone's face, nobody gets to tell me what to, and not to, put on my social media. One exception to this is posting pics of others' kids. I get privacy there. And frankly, if someone asked me nicely, I'd even think about it. You're that against such news/pics/posts, please turn off your internet, and get off social media. Also of grief and mental health issues. There is not a god in the pantheon that made demands this absurd. I came here ready to judge original poster hardcore, and yes, she went a bit far with the IVF comment, but if someone started to disparage the kids in my family, I don't know what I'd do, but it wouldn't be pretty. You sister and those who cater to her in your family are real pieces of work. Cut them off permanently. Not the butthole. I'm sure if she wasn't infertile, it'd be something else. People like that are only never happy with their own life. They insist on crushing every tiny little bit of joy in everyone else's lives. Bitterness and envy just eat you up inside. Love how you phrase this ban on the natural cycle of life, and so true. Sister-in-law sounds mental. Thank you so much. One of my favorite phrases, the integrity of your personal bubble is not my responsibility. She was still calm though, even after all the harassment. It's as soon as he insulted her kid she went for the jugular. That's why for me it's not the butthole. They might not have liked Op's actions, but the husband went low by insulting the kids. At that point, it's fair game. This is too far down. That's right, if you insult the children you can't not expect the mother flying at you. She had it coming for years, but original poster tried to keep the peace as long as possible. Yeah, you can say whatever the F you want about me. My family, on the other hand, crosses a big fat line. I'll turn into nothing but raw animal rage with sharp teeth and claws at that point. 100%. Call me whatever you want, but the minute you go for my kids, it's war. Agreed. I struggled with infertility for 4 years, so I was ready for original poster to be the butthole. Sure, what she said was harsh and pretty awful, but I can see how she was provoked over the years. In my darkest moments, after multiple losses, I couldn't handle seeing pregnancy announcements or being around baby/pregnant people. But I didn't police others' behavior. When I saw an announcement on social media, I'd feel really sad and then unfollow the person so I wouldn't have to see their updates. I learned how to take care of myself without stepping on others' happiness. Your last sentence is pure wisdom and maturity. You're a good human, thumbs up. That is the exact way to handle it. Sister-in-law needs a support group and/or therapy. But even with all the bad stuff happening, sister-in-law is a total Trying to control weddings? Going off about a photo with original poster's dad? What in the ever-living hell does she think she's doing? Seems like it's a long timeline too. Exactly, I unfriended people if I couldn't handle their baby posts. Or unfollowed if we were still friends in real life and I just wanted a break. Someone else having children had no impact on my chances to have a child. Yeah, I feel the same. I don't know if I'm infertile, but I'm disabled and have severe chronic pain. I would love nothing more than to have a baby, but me probably can't because my body would be so messed up I might not be able to take care of my own baby after they are born. It sucks. I hate being disabled. I hate feeling like a useless adult. I don't have parents to love me. I was abused when I was younger. I don't tell people who have loving parents to not talk about them or hug them in front of me even if it hurts, because that's just a crappy thing to do, because my butthole dad isn't their problem. I will probably never get my dream job because I can't work in an office environment. It must be work from home, so I will never be a storyboard artist or direct my own show. But I don't then tell my abled sister that she can't have her dream job because as a nurse because I can't work. I don't tell my sister to not post photos of my nephew because I might never be able to be pregnant without ruining my body. I like hearing my sister talk about her son and her work and her dog and new house because I care about her and I'm just glad that she's happy and is doing well for herself. I don't sit and invalidate people and make everything about myself because that's what buttholes do. I can accept my limitations and still be happy for people. It's not that difficult because not everything is about me, and unfortunately for a lot of people who are chronically ill or disabled, or in this case infertile, use it to justify whiny, controlling and crappy behavior. Totally agree, man. I want so bad to say original poster is the butthole. I'm also infertile and super sensitive about it, but sister-in-law sounds like too much for anyone to handle. Laughing out loud geese. Agree. Entitled, Narcissistic Behavior. We are not infertile, but as good as 3 miscarriages and now have to stop for medical reasons. I get a twinge of jealousy at all the announcements, but I congratulate graciously as my problems are my own. Why should I crap all over their parade? Seems like they're saying if we can't have it, no one else can. Childish brats. F them. You're better off without. These people showed up on your doorstep to yell at you. Good for you, not the butthole. Yeah, they violated Don't Start None Won't Be None. Original poster just finished it, hard and cold. I'm sorry they're infertile. I'm sorry they're such buttholes about it. Not the butthole. I'm not sorry they're infertile. They'd ruin a child faster than you could say infertility. This. Not the butthole. Don't you dare show up at my house to have a lawn tantrum, or I'll let the police explain why your behavior isn't okay. When actions cross the line from crafty rudeness to criminal harassment, you've lost the high ground forever. Until the end of time, sister-in-law will always be that weirdo who spent an afternoon screaming at a locked door. /user reasonable_tennis117, you might want to show all of those messages to your police non-emergency services, and get their advice on your next steps. They may not have any interest, at which point you lose nothing, or they may be very interested in stopping this campaign of online harassment that just became a domestic situation in their area. You won't know until you ask. Reddit link. Not the butthole. I don't understand the everyone sucks here judgments at all. They showed up at your house to berate you for having a life and sharing it on social media. That is literally what social media is for. It's in the name. If it bothers her that other people have children, she needs to delete her Facebook and stay off all social media. This was my feelings too. Original poster has gone above and beyond for literal years, catering and being sensitive to her sister-in-law. If seeing original poster's kids on her social media profiles are that much of an issue for sister-in-law, then she is completely capable of blocking original poster herself. It would have taken approximately 5 seconds to accomplish. I wonder if sister-in-law even has a relationship with her brother's children? Does she do on things with them? Buy gifts, celebrate holidays? She's missing out on the joys of aunthood because she can't get past that she can't be a mom. It's very sad. I don't know how she functions. Does she flip out when she sees kids at the grocery store or drives past a school? If her neighbor's kids are outside playing, does she freak out on them too? I can't imagine living like that. It'd be so exhausting. And, if she doesn't flip out on all those people, then it's about getting attention and controlling her family. Exactly this. It's highly unlikely she behaves this way when she sees random children in society. I bet even some of her friends on social media might have the odd picture with children. Frankly, if she did have a meltdown seeing a baby at the grocery store, then she should be under psychiatric care. It's entirely her choice to behave this way and entirely about controlling the family and being the center of attention. Original poster, you are not the butthole, and I applaud you for speaking up for the whole family with your comments. Not the butthole. The problem with the whole situation is it never should have been allowed to go this far. She should never have been given the power to tell someone when she is ready for someone to share their pregnancy announcements and baby pictures. There should not be stepping on eggshells with her and not being free to celebrate your own family. It's as you are expected to mute your joy for her, and it isn't right. And this is from someone who is infertile and wasn't blessed with children. I treasured the children in my extended family and many of my friends' kids when they were growing up. Still do. Has sister-in-law ever went into counseling to deal with this? Original poster replies, I think she's in therapy and on medication for something. It's either BPD or depression, I can't remember. Got to say, love your husband. That seems like the perfect response in this situation. BPD. Borderline or bipolar? I'd bet money she has NPD, but my husband would be mad at me for spending money on Reddit. Laughing out loud. Your in-laws are lucky they didn't get carted off in a paddy wagon for trespassing on your property to harass you. Not the butthole. Borderlines can be very narcissistic. They're part of the same cluster of personality types. From someone who has borderline, it sounds like sister-in-law has it. Not all of us are narcissistic though. I've only ever heard stories of them, but thankfully never met any while doing DBT. In saying that though, the ones who are narcissistic are usually the ones who don't seek treatment. This is spot on. Sad it got buried. BPD is technically borderline and bipolar is referred to as BP disorder. Then again, original poster is on her second bottle, so who knows? Person shrugging, fair skin, male sign. Not the butthole sounds like it was a long time coming. Your sister-in-law needs to seek professional help. It's perfectly understandable for a person battling fertility issues to have some moments and feelings. But this sounds well beyond normal. Your brother-in-law, and others, need to stop enabling this behavior also. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.